Polar bear. I can't do a video. Just go with the last video I just made. You don't get time back. People kind of play the game as though you see your time back after it's all said and done. You don't. Years and years just pass by, and now it's kind of you in this shit, and it's up to you to figure out what you're about to do. There will never be a perfect time to start investing. There'll never be a perfect time to have a kid. There'll never be a perfect time for you to figure out what needs to get done in your life. There'll never be a perfect time for you to start living that life you want to live. Everything just takes time. You can plan out as much as you want. You can make sure that you're actually competent about what you're about to do, that you're making strides towards what you want to be, and that's how life will be played out. But if you're gonna choose to just allow the day to pass by, allow the years to pass by, and then like you're gonna point at everybody besides yourself for letting yourself down, bro, you are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Like, think about it in your head. There's people that point at everybody outside of them, and they cannot say what they have done wrong. What the fuck? Like, for instance, I intake content pretty much about what's it called again? Whenever people be complaining about their jobs, or people getting job cuts and whatever, people not getting paid during the whole shutdown, furlough, all kinds of stuff like that, whatever. Like, I watch content on that because I feel as though like it's hilarious. And then second, it gives me insight on how people think. People were really about to go and riot to get their food stamps back, and talking about they about to go rob the stores. This type of shit is going on in this day and age. I just see it as complete assology. I see it as people that are complete dumbasses, and the faster you realize that, the easier it becomes for you to understand that you in this bitch by yourself. You're surrounded by fucking zombies. What I think about it makes me laugh also. There's people that still go to the movies and they have one source of income and have no bread. We could do all the math now in our head right now. You guys ready? We're gonna do the math. Okay. So you have one source of income. You're gonna go to the movies. Each ticket is around $20 now, so you're in the whole $40, right? Then you gotta get popcorn or some type of shit to eat. So that's maybe like $10, could be. Maybe a little more now. And then you wanna get a drink, and there's no combo, so you're probably paying 10 something. You're probably paying around $15 for everything now. And that's the life you're gonna be living. And I know y'all thinking, ain't that so wild? Bro, it is wild. It's wild that this is the life that people choose to live. Investing should be something that we all take part in, due to the fact that it will help us all get out the hamster slave wheel. But for some reason, people kind of choose to not take the first step, which is to admit they was wrong, but just to admit that in their head they thought they would do this, but they didn't did that at all. And it just gets more and more wild. It gets more and more wild to think that this day and age, we got 24 hours, and 24 hours people will watch people stream for 24 hours. Holy fucking shit. Life is meant to be lived. You're meant to enjoy the life that you are building up. You're meant to enjoy the fruits of your labor. These are things that you got to figure out with yourself, what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And it's kind of like the more and more jobs you have, and you kind of figure out what you don't want to do, then you don't got to do it. But until you can do what you want to do, you gotta do what you can do at this moment to get to where you want to get to the point where you can do what you want to do. And I understand that wholeheartedly. That's why I go hard. Cause if I don't go hard, who gonna go hard? And you don't gotta explain yourself to nobody. You don't gotta pretend like, this is how I feel about this because for this and for that. Like, you ain't gotta do none of that. Just make sure that you are right within, and you are moving towards what you want to move towards, and you are taking strides every day to get to that level. And then from there, your life will be easier. Now, if you're gonna choose to just do bullshit with the freedom that you're trying to attain, I guess like that's a personal choice too. But nothing will ever start to move until you choose to move. That's why I realize now too, like, talking to somebody, I don't like wasting my breath like that no more. Like, I will never give somebody advice at all. At all. I would allow somebody to come to their own merits. I think that's a word. I will allow them to come to their own merits. And yeah, that's it. Like, there's no point of wasting your breath. Because like somebody could tell you all type of stuff that could be the truth. And like it's kinda like you have to go out there and do it for yourself to say it. Like somebody could be like, yeah bro, you know your girl Jezebel. To be like, nah, no way bro, she'll never cheat on me. You just kinda look at him, you're like, damn, this guy has no idea. You're like, you really think that he's the first one to clap? That's even more diabolical when you think about it. You know? A lot of y'all really be out here upset that you got cheated on. Bro, I was the same way. Now I'm so glad it happened to me that like, bro, all you do is boss up. You don't sit around and sulk. And if you do sulk, give yourself like a day or a week or whatever. But don't sulk a whole entire year away, a whole entire few months away. Like realize that, bro, it's never your loss. It's always her loss. We pretty much start to peak, not to peak. We pretty much start to reach our potential in our 40s, mid 40s. So while you're on the way up, she's on the way down. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I would say like 25 cooked, bro. Could even be like early 20s that could still be cooked, just because like, bro, they be catching so much what? Jack Dickinson. They be catching so much Jack Dickinson that, you know, you gotta look at them like it'd be wild. This is a long enough ramble. I love y'all. Stay strong. Remember, what you water will grow, what you cast will last, and links are in the bio for assets. December 27th, Portal 2 is coming out. I got word from Jethro.